What up, everybody? Maddox here. Welcome back to the Poke Historian. This is the show where sometimes I just turn on record on my computer and we do random stuff on the internet together. And today I thought it'd be fun to go through the Dex app and look at all the sets that I think a lot of people hate that I actually like a lot. So this is going to be my list of underrated sets. I don't know how many sets are going to be on it, but we're just going to go through this and see what we find, okay? All right, let's get started. So here we got the original Pokemon sets. Most of these are pretty universally liked. Then we get into the Neo era. This is where it gets slightly interesting. So out of these four sets right here, I would say a lot of people don't really care for Neo Discovery. But actually, I think this set's pretty cool, so let's go ahead and take a look at it here. So this was the second Neo set that we ever had. Featured a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon. As you can see, in my opinion, it's got some pretty sick artworks here. This Espeon is absolutely gorgeous, one of my favorite cards of all time. In fact, my brother has the first edition Espeon that I pulled as a kid, and I'm going to try and trade it for him next weekend. And you got this Houndour here. This is really cool. On the hunt. Got Umbreon. We got Tyranitar. And by the way, this is the first appearance of Umbreon and Espeon. I've always liked this Ursaring here. Very cool artworks. Oh, and then you got these other Espeon and Umbreon cards here hanging out these ancient ruins. Pretty freaking cool. It's got totally South America type vibes, Mesoamerica, ancient Aztec type stuff going on, Mayan ruins. So yeah, a lot of really cool cards in here. I like this Igglybuff a lot by Tanaka. And the theming is so good. Like, it all kind of themes around the ruins of Alph from Pokemon Gold and Silver. And I don't know, I think they really knocked it out of the park here. A lot of cool stuff. Look at this Teddiursa hiding its honey. So yeah, don't sleep on Neo Discovery. I know it's not the most popular Neo set, but honestly, I think it's pretty freaking cool. All right, let's keep going. Everybody likes these sets. Here's a good one, EX Sandstorm. Everybody hated on this set. But I tell you what, when you look back at it, there's some pretty cool cards in here. And again, just like Neo Discovery, the theming is real good. It's all around the desert. This cool Espeon here. Look at its hair in the sandstorm. The Shiftry is interesting. Oh, love this Sableye. I actually have this card. This is a gorgeous card by Kusajima. You should definitely go check it out. Look at this Pichu here, hiding out from the thunderstorm. Steelix is interesting. We even got ourselves an Umbreon here, hanging out in an oasis. So as you can see, like, there are a lot of really popular Pokemon in here that are featured, and they all kind of have that desert theme going on. And I think this set really deserves more love than it gets. Well, look at this Cyndaquil. And the cool thing about these early Ruby and Sapphire sets is they have artwork that, in my opinion, is really just as good as the e-reader series cards, such as Aquapolis, Skyridge, and Expedition. It's really just kind of a continuation of that. Look at this Lotad here, how funny. So yeah, you should definitely check this set out. Like, if there was one set with common cards that I think is worth collecting, that you can still get them for pretty cheap, this is a really good one. Wingold too. All right, let's keep going, shall we? Hidden Legends. I think this one's really good too. I don't see a lot of people talking about this set, but this set has a lot of cool artworks as well. Look at this Banette here. I feel like I need to go ahead and get that one somehow. Again, oh, look at this. We got the different cast forms by Kazuki. Those are neat. Look at that Tropius. That's nice. Interesting Ninetales here. Yeah, this was the era of Pokemon cards when nobody was collecting. But there's still some really interesting cards. Look at this Celio by Nishida. Gorgeous cards in this set, too. I'm telling you, y'all, you just got to go back in time and take a look. Look at this weird Whismur. Crazy. Groudon, Kyogre, Ninetales, got the Reggies. Definitely an underrated set. Got the Plusle and the Minim here. Oh, look at this Chikorita. Gotta love it. All right, but we got to keep going, though. So there we had Hidden Legends. Most people like Team Rocket Returns and Fire Red and Leaf Green. Unseen Forces. This was a pretty cool one too. Like this Slowking here, that's nice. Porygon 2, sitting on a stump. Huh. Look at this crazy Chansey here. That's cool. Then you got a Cleffa, Electabuzz. And I tell you what, during this era of Pokemon, they were just knocking it out of the park and nobody was even paying attention. Look at this Miltank. Cow tipping, right? Smeargle. Yeah, this set right here. I did a whole video on this set, and it's definitely worth revisiting that and checking it out. Nice Cyndaquil. This is just a brief overview, but you should go check out that video and we'll go through each of these cards in depth. Beautiful, beautiful set. Oh, and you got the Gold Star, Entei, Reiko, and Suicune in there. And you got Celebi EX. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, everybody likes Dragon Frontiers. Let's see here, Diamond and Pearl. Anything in here that I feel like is kind of slept on? Not too much. Supreme Victors is my favorite set from the Platinum era, but that's pretty much universally loved. I think Platinum was pretty cool, though. Yeah, this set's got some interesting artworks. Look at this Dialga here. That's pretty cool. Nice Blastoise here by Hamino, classic Pokemon artist. Oh, and this Shaman. I love, love, love this card. I have this in holo. Look at all these great colorful artworks. Got this crazy Licky Licky. Huh. Cool Ludicolo here, looking like a boss. Look at this strange Gyarados. Huh. Golduck swimming along. Got another Shaman. Kind of an interesting Grottle. We got like Cyrus's Crobat here. Very interesting set. And again, if people weren't paying attention to Pokemon during the Ruby and Sapphire era, they definitely weren't paying attention during this era. Look at this weird Remoraid. Tanaka. Routes, pretty cool. Oh, nice Piplup here. Mitsuhiro Arita, classic. Oh, we got a cool Skitty. Look at this Sloth. I like that a lot in the sheet. I need to go get that card. That's cool. I'm adding that to the list. So yeah, another really underrated set we got right here. Even the level X's are pretty cool. This Drapion's neat. You got a Giratina, Palkia, Shaman, and we got some random base set reprints here, like the Hitmonchan, and then Jungle reprint Scyther. That's crazy. Oh, and then you got these 3 shiny special Pokemon, Lotad, Swablu, Vulpix. Yeah, Platinum is definitely underrated. Definitely check that out. All right, these sets are pretty much well liked here. Black and White just wasn't really all that great. However, I was taking a look at Plasma Freeze the other day, and this isn't a bad set. Lots of cool Pokemon. You got some evolutions. You got Flareon. You got Leafeon. There's a Team Plasma Vaporeon as well. Funny Wooper here. Weird little Palpitoad. I kind of like that. All these Team Plasma Pokemon are kind of interesting. Oh, you got a Nidorina. Nice Nidoqueen there. I like that. And see, like, I like this set too. Kind of like the other sets we looked at earlier because they really lean into that whole ice element. You'll see pretty much ice is featured in every single one of these cards. Even this Beldum card. And it's so nice just to see a set focus in on a single theme. It really just adds long-term value to the set and makes it much more interesting to go back to. Look, even this Sandile surrounded by ice. How cool is that? The Krokorok. Crocodile here. I believe that's the Ferris wheel from Black and White there, where you meet N. Very, very interesting. Look at this Rattata. That's cool. Who did that one? Fukuda. Gorgeous artworks in this set. This would be a set that would be very fun to go back and collect too. Look at this Kecleon. That's nice. He's trying to eat the frozen berry. Good luck, buddy. So yeah, Plasma Freeze, highly underrated. And I know people don't like some of these Pokemon. Heatran EX. Nobody likes Thundurus. But Deoxys is freaking cool. And still, like, I really do like these full art Team Plasma cards. I think they have their own kind of vibe to them. I wouldn't mind collecting them all, to be honest. And we got a Getsis card here. That's pretty cool. Professor Juniper. And what else we got? Oh, and then you got some of those shiny Pokemon again. You got Sigilyph. You got Garbodor. Garchomp. Yeah, this set's worth checking out, y'all. You should definitely go back and check this one out. Plasma Freeze. All right, let's keep going. From X and Y. What's underrated from X and Y? Maybe... Is this the set? Yeah, this one right here, I'd say. A lot of people don't like this Breakpoint Gyarados set. And I don't think it's the best set ever, but I do think it has so many cool Gyarados cards in it that it's definitely worth going and checking out because they're all the red shiny Gyarados from Pokemon Gold and Silver. There's some other cool cards here too. Look at this Lapras going for a swim with the die. Oh, is that Misty back there? Yeah, it is. That's pretty cool. Then I really like this Suicune here running across the water. That's gorgeous. This Timple's funny. Look at that. Nice Froakie here just chilling. Oh, look at this Blitzel. Isn't that just adorable? It's one of the most peaceful Pokemon cards I've ever seen in my life. Really like Esper too. Kind of a funny little guy. Trubbish, looking just downtrodden there. I love it. Even this Trevenant here is kind of neat. Harada artwork, that's why. No wonder it's good. So yeah, a lot of people just don't really care for this set that much, but I really do think it's got some neat ones. Look, this Ho-Oh is kind of cool. Elemental Feather. Delinquent, it's kind of random. But then, like, look at all these Gyarados cards you got. You got Full Art Red. Then you got the Mega Gyarados. You got Manaphy. You got an Espeon here. Darkrai's popular. Really cool Caesar. Mega Caesar, that's pretty sick. Oh, I actually have this Ho-Oh card. That's pretty nice. You got that Skyla. And then look at this card. You got Gyarados, you got Greninja, you got Manaphy, all in one artwork by Mitsuhiro Rita. I feel like a lot of people forget this card exists, but it's really cool. So yeah, this isn't the best set ever, but it's definitely underrated, and I like it a lot. Let's keep going, shall we? All right, here's another one. People hate this one. But you know what? I don't really mind it. I think it's got some pretty cool cards in here. This Jumpluff's kind of cool. What else we got here? Look, you got like these double type cards, like this Shiftry, where it's dark and grass. That's pretty neat. Pyroar here is pretty cool. Look at that. Standing up, just blowing fire everywhere. And then you got some other Pokemon here in the background. That's pretty neat. Clawlitzer coming at you straight on. I like this Samurott a lot. That's got to be Kumar. Of course it is. Ampharos here. Waving at the ship, waving it into port. That's kind of cool. Look at this Nidoran here. This giant city. That's kind of neat. See, a lot of cool artworks in this set as well. Most playful Sneasel I've ever seen. And you got the break cards. A lot of people don't like these, but they were kind of a one-time thing, so they're kind of neat. Mega Steelix is really cool. I like how it turns gold when it turns Mega. I love this Azumarill here. I actually have the reverse holo of this, and I like how it turns gold like that. It's just fascinating. Got Mega Gardevoir. That's pretty neat. Look at this Persian here. Persian's hanging out. Is that Flabébé, I believe? I don't know what's going on there. Is it going to try and eat Flabébé or what? But that's definitely kind of a cool artwork. And then what else we got here? Then you go into the full arts. Got this cool looking Volcanion, Steelix, Mega Steelix is looking sick, Magearna, Gardevoir, Pokemon Ranger, Professor Sycamore is kind of cool. I love this card too, this Volcanion EX. You got Xerneas there in the background. That's pretty neat. Then you got this Gardevoir here with Yveltal in the background. So yeah, I don't know why people hate this set so much. It's actually got a lot of cool stuff in it. It's just one of those things sometimes where I think when certain people start hating something, it just catches on, then everybody starts hating it. Kind of a neat Larvesta too by Kamiya. All right, let's keep going. Got the Sun and Moon era. This one, I don't have anything for. All right, here we go. Now we got Sword and Shield. So what set does everybody hate that I actually think is pretty cool? You know what? I'm going to say Vivid Voltage. I enjoy this set. Is it the best set ever? No, but it showed us these amazing rares, which are really cool. Like, I love the Celebi here, and I tell you what, y'all, these cards pop in person. They are absolutely gorgeous. We got the Orbital VMAX here, where it turns into a UFO. That's pretty cool. Got this weird Ninjask here, hanging out with like a basketball. Got a nice Shaman. Oh, I remember this Go-Goat card, or Skiddo, I should say. That's a really cool one by Saruta. You got a Vaporeon here. Got a very funny looking Wailmer. Of course, you got the Pikachu VMAX, the return of the Chonkachu. I always thought that card was pretty neat. We got a nice Ampharos here. Ampharos V. Got this Joltik here, playing with the electric socket. Nice Girafarig, cool Duskull. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Like, when this set came out, everyone wanted it. But then, just over time, we got the alternate art cards that came in the later sets, and then a lot of people left Pokemon, so people just kind of forgot about it. I love this Zamazenta too. This is one of the first cards I pulled when I opened a box back in, what was that, 2020? Yeah. Steelix is kind of cool. Old Garbodor. Oh, and this Jirachi. I love these amazing rares. They are so underrated. Got Eevee out here with the shooting stars. That's pretty cool. I always like this Lugia too for some reason. I wish this was a Cosmo Hollow because it really is a nice card. I like the Togekisses here. Thought those were pretty neat. Rayquaza. And then here are all the full arts. I mean, lots of them. I mean, I really like the Steelix a lot. You got Alakazam. This is a really nice looking Alakazam card. Got some fun trainers here. Got old Leon. Got Nessa. Everybody liked her. Got this is the one card I did not want to pull. Pokemon Center Lady. And then you got lots of rainbows with, of course, the Rainbow Pikachu. And then you got these shiny gold cards. A lot of people don't understand that from these early Sword and Shield sets, like the gold cards were shiny Pokemon. So that's kind of neat. People used to really like shiny Pokemon. Now they just don't care anymore. It's kind of funny how that goes. But yeah, Vivid Voltage, definitely a very underrated set. It's not the best set ever, and there's a lot of sets that are better than it that are in the Sword and Shield generation, but it still is pretty freaking good. All right, Scarlet and Violet. What do I think is underrated? Obviously, Paradox Rift. This is such a good set. I don't understand why people don't like this set. I guess because it doesn't have a lot of big chase Pokemon, but the artworks in here are great. Got Octillery here. Nice Kingdra. Panpour. I do like these little elemental monkeys. I think they're funny. Got Wimpod here hanging out, hiding by Sao Sao. Sao Sao's so good. You got Plessel and Minim. And we're not even looking at the illustration rares yet, y'all. Look at this. By Conda, this Blitzel. That is sick. You got Zebstrika. And this set is so deep, too. There's so many cards in it. You could just go on and on. Absol here by Conda. That's pretty cool. Gosh. And then you got all the illustration rares. I love this Magby card. Kind of reminds me of Skyridge for some reason. Even this Veluza is neat with the Staryu in the background. Got the Plessel and Minim. Like, what is it about this set that y'all don't like? Of course, the Groudon, which has become very popular. Vanillish is funny. Got the Steelix here helping out on the construction site. This Loudred looks like a comic book type art. Got Swablu here trying to fit in with the Wingull. And then you actually continue the story later where Swablu evolves, and now it's flying with the Wingull. So that's pretty cool. Got Professor Sada and Turo. And then I really like these Paradox Pokemon too. Like the Roaring Moon, like this card is amazing. I don't understand how this card is only $40. This is one of the sickest Pokemon cards from the Scarlet and Violet generation. And I really like Iron Valiant too. Definitely go back and check out this set, y'all. You are sleeping on this one. Even this Garbodor is funny here, sitting at the junkyard. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments which Pokemon set does everybody hate that you actually like. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in my next one.